Well, well, well. I didn't think I was going to be making a video on the whole situation revolving around 5 content creators and one bald man. I was here trying to edit a reaction video from my own opinions on the whole situation with Genshin. And Lord and behold, when the bald man speaks, everyone is out to get him. If you guys don't know who I am, my name is Tectoneand. You may not know me, but I'm a Genshin Grandma. I played this game since closed beta, and there were a lot of things changed before the final release of the game. Don't know how many of us beta players are, but my words weigh the most. I may not be a big content creator, and I'm glad I wasn't, to be honest, because the way how the human mind is, I'm glad I was in the void before all of this happened, to be honest. Before Genshin blew up and everything. So I am kind of happy, because I probably would have been in the same ringer with everybody. I may not be popular, but I sure as hell I will get my hands dirty when things need to be done. Now, I want to speak, the whole issue how we diverted from talking about the quality of updates, the rewards, the disrespect that the community has been receiving for these past 3 years, myself included, and how we diverted from talking about that to the point now we're talking about Tectone. It's funny how we interjected to somewhere else, And funny thing, out of these people here being the League of Positivity, there's one that always seems to start it every single time for some odd apparent reason. Just, it's like poking the bear, If you keep poking the bear, it's going to wake up and it will attack back. Because why? It's because you kept irritating it, So what am I saying, right? Why am I decided to make a commentary style when it's not really, my type of thing? Granted, this channel is just mostly things that I upload onto, my second channel when I do reaction stuff, right? Well, it feels like everyone is just attacking the bald man for no apparent reason. It's like they live rent-free in their head, I've seen all the videos, from everybody, from Tectone, even from the other channel, more Tectone. And also another channel, too, as well, which is VXV Gotcha, which, my apologies if I use some of your videos, well, 2 of your videos in the clip or so, of course. All sources will be credited down in the, down in the description down below, of course. And I've seen their videos, the more recent videos for these, especially from more Tectone. It's very interesting how far their heads have been so shoved up their asses ever since they blew up from Genshin that they forgot to completely humble themselves. It's very interesting where they have it so far up there that you can smell the shit coming out from it. Now, why am I saying that? Why am I seem to out of nowhere quotation marks, because this is the year of 2024 where we say, how dare you attack me? I'm not attacking them. Oh no. I'm calling them out by the way how they are and the way how they act. So, I've compiled a few things together, I want to start with Atsu. Let's start with Atsu to begin with, right? Out of the League of Positivity, right? Atsu, tweeted out a few things or so. How, well, I'm not going to get into it anyways. It's on Twitter if you want to see it, right? A lot of people like Atsu, right? I used to like Atsu too. Don't get me wrong. Mostly all these Genshin creators I saw, besides Ziox and Biosity, I used to watch them. Even Tectone too. I feel like we kind of forgot something of what Atsu did. What was it? 2 years ago, I think? You guys remember in the past, a Tectone was friends with a name Goose. Now I know some of you guys may not know who this person is, but Tectone and Goose were really good friends. If I remember correctly, Tectone met him while he was streaming, and I think he was giving out money or so to so small content creator, right? And I think he was streaming during that time. Not too sure. It's been a while, it's been a hot minute. But it's kind of funny how Atsu is painted as a person in light, very, very, very honorable person, right? Not a bad person, right? It's very funny that, this is what Tectone says.
I despise the vocal minority of Genshin that have Hoyo versus shit so far in their mouth, they can practically tell with their taste buds what they had for lunch. All right, let's go ahead and break this here down. Now, what's important to understand is that Atsu is a very, very, very manipulative man. Very, very, very manipulative man. Guy has made tons of claims against me, which I would like to reiterate were never proven, completely baseless, pulled out of his ass, and people ate that shit up. They ate that shit up. They said, oh yeah, you're true. Bro said my roommate was being manipulated by me and he was my puppet, and anything that I said for him to do, he must have done. When Goose called him out for, imagine this, subtweeting content creators. Oh my, drama, or Atsu, a drama lover? Oh my, which led to a massive falling out between me and Goose because he felt so bad for the issues that he caused me because he was attempting to call a bullshitter out on bullshitting, and we don't talk anymore. So this dude made me lose a homie because he couldn't get over the guilt that he caused me, which also, and I don't really want to go any further out of respect to the guy, caused him to do some really, really bad shit. I'd prefer not to go further.
Which is very interesting that Atsu also enjoys drama as much as Tectone. And that specific drama was 2 years ago, where it was the drama that Goose was brainwashed and is a yes man And Atsu was tweeting out, calling out some people, hinting, And Goose wanted to know who it was, right? Because, curious. Funny story. It was about Tectone and them the entire time. Wow, who would have thunk it, right? Now, you might be asking, Yaru, how do you know about that? Well, the video may not be available on Goose's channel, right? If we go search it up right now, we go into Goose's channel, right? You kind of don't see the video addressing that situation, right? It's a lot of, Genshin related content, right? There's nothing here. Nothing that really addresses to it, right? Nothing really addresses to the situation, right? And what he's talking about, right? You guys might be thinking, then Tectone must be lying. It never happened. It wasn't true. Funny story, right? I actually have someone else who actually has the video up on their channel because they made a reaction to it. It's well, let's just say it's someone very small that made a reaction to it. Let's take a look what Atsu says about Goose for a second.
He proceeded to invalidate my entire existence. In this clip right here, I'll show you.
Goose is just your little fucking minion. He's your yes man.
I heard 3 seconds of it.
Goose is just your little fucking minion. He's your yes man. Nobody gives a shit about Goose. He's just the discount version of you.
Wow.
This has come a far way. Based on me saying 3 tweets that I thought at the time were about me, turned into a 2-hour rant. On stream, in front of 3K people, saying stuff like this.
It's so ironic because Goose's whole career is just built off leeching off Tectone. And he's just there nodding. And it's like, are you not embarrassed for yourself?
I'd do it in a heartbeat.
Are you just not embarrassed? How are you insulting someone else's numbers when yours is born from leeching off this guy?
Which, in a rebuttal statement, I even showed on my stream when I heard this that 95% of my top 20 videos on my channel were before I even knew Tectone. And I'll show you right here. He was reacting to this. He once again brought Tectone up in the conversation multiple times when it was just between me and him and me talking about his tweets. He even went further than that, coming after our friendship, attempting to drive a wedge between us. He also mentioned that I was drama baiting multiple times, even though I've never talked about any content creators on my Twitch stream nor my YouTube until that video. Even though I had made one video in the past about the whole Yunjin problem. We know what happened with that. But besides that video and the one that just recently posted, which caused this entire thing, there has been nothing on my channel about any kind of drama.
It's kind of interesting seeing that, those clips together. Since the video doesn't exist on his channel anymore, it's very interesting to see Atsu talking shit to somebody who, number one, they don't know their life, okay? He's assuming everything at this point. And it's like for some parents, it's like he can't get Tectone out of his head, living rent-free, in Atsu's head, He wants a piece of that pie, that Tectone has, Maybe he wants to, maybe just want to hold hands with Tectone, Because, Goose decided to hold on, What's wrong with Tectone helping out a small creator? I don't see anything bad about it. And he proved himself that he has made more content. They said like what 95% of his content was by himself. You only saw like one Tectone video collaboration together. And the rest are mostly his. I don't know where Atsu's coming out with this basis. It's very interesting that he's saying this without any proof, right? Well, I just showed you some proof. What your goody two-shoe, Genshin creator has to say, right? He's not a bad guy, right? No, definitely not, right? I don't know. Seems kind of weird to me that when people blow up, from Genshin Impact, I feel like they've lost some morals in that aspect. It's kind of funny. It's very funny how this man decides to try to put a wedge between the friendship between these two. When number one, it's none of his business to begin with. You shouldn't even be trying to destroy a friendship to begin with, but he decided to do it anyways. Kind of weird, my personal opinion. Hey, it is what it is, right? I'm not gonna lie. Probably one of the most, if I had, let me just say, if I met someone like that, I wouldn't want to be friends with them. I don't blame Tectone for not wanting to talk to him after destroying the friendship between those two. And also, especially Atsu dissing on Goose like that, calling him basically Walmart brand Tectone, basically, in a nutshell. Kind of weird, Kind of weird that this guy is playing it, as like he's like good Genshin creator, right? All of them all together, right? They're the dynamic five, right? It always seems to revolve around these people. When it's always Tectone in the center of everything, they just want a piece of that attention, They want a piece of that attention because they want the views. They want the audience. They want the money, It's just how it is. It's just how human mind is at the end of the day, They blew up, Genshin's kind of a bit stale, dwindling down slightly. And then they want to get more. They want more of the piece of the pie, what they had back then during COVID. They want the money. That's what they care about. You can't say no, because they blew up. And if they didn't care about the money, close down the channel. Right? Close down the channel, right? Or don't accept any money at all. Don't accept subscriptions. Don't accept none of the stuff. Right? There's nothing wrong with that, right? Right? I don't know. I think Miss Dish does care about money. Just saying. Should we go jump over to see what Miss Wonder Dish has to say on Twitter, right? So, I used to watch Dish quite a while ago, right? Granted, I stopped watching just because I guess you could say I was kind of a little bit getting boring from it. So, wasn't really as pretty interesting as it is back then. Haven't seen her in a while, of course. I saw her way back, when she was smaller. And then she did blew up. Of course, because of Genshin Impact. Just like everyone else, Everyone else blew up as well. Well, the trend of Genshin Impact was skyrocketing higher than the stratosphere itself. It's very interesting to see where she's gone to now, compared to before. And at the end of the day, she sees it as a business. I don't think she really sees it as much as how it is now. Of course, everyone sees it as a business now. ever since you blow up, or everyone else that blows up, you know, from this whole Genshin explosive thing, right? And, you know, from the response that I saw from Twitter, right, that she posted, I was kind of thinking like, huh, so this is how you're going to respond to the entire situation. You know, there is one YouTube channel, of course, you know, that actually explains, you know, for those people who don't understand a little bit, right? Who don't seem to understand, right? What she's actually really meaning compared to these other people. Let him explain of what the tweet has actually really meant.
Dish. To be honest, guys, I've had so much going on in my personal life to care about the Genshin Impact rewards drama. Good, you're touching grass. Tell that to your viewers as well. But since more are getting curious, I'll give you my thoughts. Hoyoverse will only pump up rewards if it's advantageous to them. True, and shutting us up is advantageous to them. I really do hope the players' uproar will be enough pressure that we start seeing some change. The severe lack of qualities of life updates will always confuse me, especially when Honkai Star Rail listens to player feedback and implements qualities of life upgrades so often. I'd like to see that status quo change more than the reward output, but we want both. Why are y'all trying to be so sick? Why are you bitches trying so mad hard to just be like, oh, we want the loadout, we want this, bitch, what? We want both. Like, what are you trying to say, guys? Like, I don't understand. It's not this. I'm not talking about just this dummy right here. I'm talking about all y'all. Why are you trying to make it like we want this one thing? Why are you trying to moonwalk on the shit? Like, you slick about it. We see you. What are you trying to do? I'm not participating.
The reason why is because they don't want to get canceled and, you know, lose their goodwill to the community. Just saying.
In the boycott as of now, simply because Genshin is a significant part of my content wheelhouse, and stopping content for who knows how long is a disruptor to my professional life.
Professional life as in like streaming a game to people? Seems pretty difficult to me, you know? Never thought that, you know, turning on the camera and turning on OBS and click the stream button was a professional thing. I guess I must be a professional too, I guess, you know, at the end of the day. But, interesting how Genshin is the main focus of her content wheel. That just means she relies on Genshin and Genshin alone to have the numbers. Because she knows if she goes outside of that game, she won't be as popular and the numbers will go down because she cares about the numbers. What do the numbers mean? What do the numbers mean? I don't know. It means a lot to her, apparently.
Hope you understand. I do. That's why I'm here. If you don't, that's fine too. I'm just now beginning to read up on it, so I may make a video about the boycott. You will, and you probably will do the same slick shit I talked about, and like you tried to do on this tweet right here, but let's keep it moving. Again, I'll say, I feel I and you have a lot more important things to worry about than Genshin rewards. Sure, but at the same time, I know many of you put your hope into content creators to promote change in long-term games. Yes. And there's nothing wrong with an organized effort to send a clear message to Hoyoverse about what you want. I'm doing what I can to balance what matters to my audience, small things and large things, versus what I deem overarchingly important, complicated topic. I know, it is. That's why we're talking about it right now. That's why I'm here. I would love to offer a solution to y'all. I'm not a drama creator. Why the fuck do you guys still call that drama? I don't understand. Like, dude.
Because everything has to be a drama, you know? It's like high school over again, right? Where, you know, you have the cool kids on the table and then you got the other kids on the other table, you know? And then they gossip or something, saying bad things, but yeah. It's just like high school. If they want to act like kids, at the same time you can always treat them like kids at the end of the day, you know? I'm just saying. I'm just sick and tired of it, of calling everything drama at this point.
That's like, you got away with that term for 3 years. Just slap the term drama on it and, oh, it's bad now. This has to happen. The streets are on you. We know this strategy worked for the longest time. It's over, okay? Change it up. Go ahead and boycott, speak up about what you want. More power to you. But try to take a breather too, for your own sake. Thanks, I'm good. 50 wishes, artifacts loadout. And free Tian Yun Praise Copium. 50 wishes is good. Free Tian Yun is good. We don't care about artifact loadouts. It's not that deep. Okay, let's face it, no one cares. I want a skip button more than I want artifact loadouts. Stop trying to make it.
And, of course, when they blew up, you know, it's all luck at the end of the day. And it is very much a privilege to be in the position that these 5 are in at the very moment. Don't you guys think? You know? Because you guys decided to click on their streams, on their TikToks, on their YouTube videos, searching them up. You know? It's all about luck at the end of the day, you know? The algorithm pushing them forward. You know? Just like how this man is saying.
Like it or don't like it, what you have is a privilege. A privilege that some are willing to trade tit or testicle for the opportunity that you have.
Power comes big responsibility.
This is your livelihood. And not only that, the mere thought of falling off and losing what you worked so hard to build is a scary one. So it's easier to just sit on the fence and watch the chaos unfold. I built myself off Genshin, and my views are best when they're about Genshin. If anything, this shows you're a slave to analytics. Maybe I would invite you to do some self-reflecting. Branching out isn't easy, but feasible. And if anything, this shows how weak you are as a person, how insecure you are as a person, and how you are not responsible enough to be in the position you're in. You were dealt an amazing hand and you can contribute to so much positivity in the community. Yet here we are.
Power comes big responsibility.
It is very much a responsibility since you guys are influencers, you know? You influence your audiences into thinking one way or the other, you know? So, my question is why are you guys like this? You know? Especially you, Dish. I would have expected a little bit more from you since you're married, you know? You expect someone who is married to be the more mature one, right? Who has everything kind of cleared out for life and everything like that. But I guess you are just as childish as the other 4 are. And I haven't even gone to talk to the next person on the list. Envy, envy, envy. What do I have to say about him? I don't like him. Never liked him to begin with. I always thought he was kind of annoying, especially when he always flaunts that he keeps saying, I'm free to play, I'm free to play, I'm free to play, I'm free to play. Look at all these other Genshin creators. They have to pay money to get what I can have. Which, number one, it's annoying as fuck. I'll be honest with you. Okay? Let's just get that out of the way, right? It's like basically a 2-year-old who wants candy all the time and asking you and pulling on your shirt, asking for candy. You know, I want the candy. I want the candy. You know. And I do have to say, you know, this guy definitely is full of himself. You know, definitely has the pretty big ego for how he is. You know, as, you know, we can take a look at one of his tweets. You know, how it says, ironic how people are attacking a guy who is free to play and doesn't spend money on Genshin. 1. I was on vacation, so I had to be filled in with what was going on. 2. 1-star reviews or unfollow Genshin won't do shit. Want change? Stop spending money. Big companies only listen to money. It's interesting how he's saying that, like, he's being attacked, right? You know, people are attacking him, right? And he screenshots 2 individuals, you know, saying, Envy, How long are you going to remain as the only content creator not addressing the Genshin situation? And then another person named Minmin underneath says, I don't think he will. He actively stays out of any negativity. Coward? Or what? That's what everyone thinks. You know, that's what everyone thinks, I would assume is what they're saying. And then for this person, they're kind of disappointed in their content creator who's not addressing the issue. Okay, we'll give him benefit of the doubt. He was on vacation, doesn't really know, was off social media. That's fine, right? But to be saying that they're attacking you is a bit of an understatement. They're not attacking you. One is asking a question, and then the other one is just commenting on that question. No one's yelling at you. No one's attacking you. You know, they're not saying mean things to you whatsoever. You know, they're curious. You know, Mr. Envy, Mr. Free to play God, right? You know, the man who decides to be, you know, the best of the best content creator to be free to play, right? Right? Also, funny enough is that he, you know, messaged underneath what he posted, right? Saying, also, imagine believing Hoyoverse listens to anyone but their CN player base. Let's be real. Of course, it's obvious. It's pretty true. They listen to their CN quite a lot more than they do with the global. Let's not forget how many times I've uploaded videos and submitted feedback for change within Genshin that's just never happened until 3 years later. Or not at all. Really? You've uploaded a lot of videos about the changes you want? Huh. That's interesting. Last time I checked on your channel, there was only 2 videos that you made. That was 2 years ago. There's only 2 videos you've made about the changes you want. Submitting feedback doesn't do anything, because you just said it yourself. They don't listen to the player base outside of China. So what's the point of submitting feedback? Because I know they give, you know, a feedback thing in Genshin where you can, like, ask them to be like, hey, I want this to be implemented in the game. You just said it yourself, you know? It doesn't matter, you know? Right? They don't listen. But it's very interesting that you are saying that, hey, why are we getting the changes? Or, you know, or you're saying, I uploaded many videos on it. Let me take a look real quick. Let's take a look, shall we? Okay. We need these changes in Genshin 3 years ago. Okay. That's cool. Weekly bosses need a change in Genshin Impact 2 years ago. But where are all the other videos that you said that you've uploaded about the changes that you want, right, Mr. Envy? You said you said you uploaded a lot of videos, right? That's what you said. You said it on the internet. Nobody lies on the internet, right? Oh, no, definitely not. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. Now, I want to talk about another clip that just surfaced recently. I don't know how many know about it, right? Oh, the great Enviosity. I can so relate to him because he's free to play, right? He can never do nothing wrong, right? He can never get mad, right? He can never get egotistical, right? Right. It's the internet, right? Nobody lies. Why don't we take a look at something real fast?
So, why do I have people on Twitter trying to tell me, Envy, why are you not speaking up about it? As if a YouTube video is gonna do anything about it. As if 1 star in Google Classroom is gonna do anything about it. As if unfollowing Genshin Impact is gonna do anything about it.
As if sitting there and being a Genshin shilling cuck is going to do anything about it. Right? You're right. I'm sure you just going there and collecting mint and berries and seashells is really helping, huh? Jesus Christ. Did you watch it before? No, it's just the same shit, different day, bro. He's been doing this shit for 3.5 years. Like, I love Hoyos. I love Hoyo shit. It's just over and over and over again, bro. It's so annoying.
Wait for it. It gets real good of what your free to play content creator egotistical comes out, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. I believe that the larger content creators for a game have a certain responsibility to actually speak up about what's an issue and what's not, me personally. But you don't have to do anything you want, I suppose. But don't badmouth people who are actually trying to do it. You can sit there and do nothing. But don't say that the people who are actually trying to advocate for change aren't doing anything. Like, what the f is that?
I should be the only motherfucker getting praise in the Genshin community because I don't spend money on Genshin Impact. If you want a...
Let me just repeat the words that he just said. For those people in the back that are kind of hard to hear. He's the only motherfucker that should be getting praised because he doesn't spend money on a gacha game. I'll say it one more time. He's the only motherfucker that should be getting praise because he doesn't spend money in a gacha game. When you hear that, it's very interesting to hear the words coming out of this guy's mouth, you know? And how angry he sounds, too, when he says it, too. He yells it, you know? Not really yell, mostly like raise his voice. But you can hear the anger in his voice when he says that. It's very interesting to see that, right? Just like what Tectone said, you can sit there and do nothing, right? Or, for those who have
Power comes big responsibility.
Exactly. For those who have power, they do have a responsibility. Hun, I'm gonna say this once, and I'm gonna say it one time only. I don't think you are ready to have this power in your possession as an influencer. You just got lucky. It's a privilege to be where you're at right now. Okay? And don't you forget it too as well. Because anyone can take you down pretty easily. Because apparently, all these people, they talk smack in Discord. Because they're all in a little group. Is that very surprising? No. Everyone does it. It's Discord. Everyone does it. Everyone smacks talk about each other. You've seen the Honkai Star Rail community. You have some creators doing it. You have the Genshin Impact too as well. It's the same thing. That's why I'm not a part of this community. Never have, never will, to be honest. But it's very interesting to hear him actually saying that, firsthand out of his mouth. And you guys support him? You guys are probably a lot dumber than he is, to be honest, in my personal opinion. I wouldn't support someone like that. I don't think I ever will. After hearing that from him, I hate him even 10 times worse, the little slime ball. Interesting. Interesting how you guys decide to praise this man for the last 3 years. Only uploading 2 videos on Genshin Change, He says he's uploaded multiple times, right? That's what he says. He sends feedback. Probably does something. Even though they listen to the Chinese more. Quite an interesting thing to see humanity's, true self nature in a lot of these people, It's very interesting in my personal opinion.
What the What the Oh my god! What the is that ego, bro? What the I thought he was supposed to be wholesome and comfy, dude. What happened? What? Be praised. What the is this dumbass shit? This is, yeah, the mask fell off, boys. The mask slipped. What the is this shit? Bro, genuinely, what the rewind? Bro, what the is that take?
As if unfollowing Genshin Impact is going to do anything about it. I should be the only motherfucker getting praise in the Genshin community. I should be the only motherfucker getting praise in the Genshin community. I should be the only motherfucker getting praise.
To be honest, to think that we owe him, right? We owe him, right? Like he owes it, right? Like he needs it, right? Like he wants it, right? Just because he plays free to play on a little mobile gacha game, right? Because he blew up, right, from Genshin Impact, right? Let me give you this number one, hun. We don't owe you nothing. Okay? We don't owe you anything. Alright? This is number one. Number two, get your head out of your ass and actually do the content that you said you tweeted out saying that you wanted change in Genshin Impact. And don't just show me the video you did 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Where's the one for right now? I don't see it. But if you just want to sit there and, like Tectone said, pick mint and berries, do Spiral Abyss, which takes like 0 effort, then go right ahead. Go right ahead. But then don't just come in here and start this stuff, Or yelling out saying that we owe you. We owe you because you're free to play. You don't pay anything to the company, right? Damn. I feel kind of sorry for the Enviosity fans to having to hear this, in my personal opinion. Kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. So, Fob Master. I don't really want to talk too much about it because this is the most recent thing. And also Tectone has completely obliterated him on stream. If you haven't seen the video, right here, of course. He goes in complete detail and literally disproves everything of what Fob Master has said. Which is very interesting that he kind of like just came out of nowhere and started doing it. Because if I remember correctly, weren't they like friends or something like that? I know he brought them like over to the Gacha podcast, right? To bring them along and have some good times, whatnot, right? Doesn't seem too bad. It's kind of weird that he just decided to do a 180 completely and decided to try to belittle him, try to attack him, or however you want to do it. Try not to use attack as much since everyone's using it at this point. And it kind of loses the meaning at this point. You can't say something about someone without you, I guess you could say, feeling attacked. But it is what it is. And it's kind of interesting that of course we're going to bring in Gacha, and he has a few words to say about it.
Fob Master. Fob Master went ahead and released 6 tweets that Tectone destroyed live. I still don't know why people are going after and challenging, bro. Now, right after that, I personally went to his chat on Twitch and typed the following, quote, "How does it feel to have your take used against you by Tectone, bro?" End quote. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little troll here. But it's not something that deserved an immediate ban. In Tectone's stream, when he was covering your tweets, he said specifically not to mute anybody when talking about this. So you come after the guy that is ready to take on whatever criticism you throw at him, but you can't do the same thing because you could have easily given a response, but instead decided to ban. I guess hiding behind censorship is easy, huh? And I guess now we have the answer to this question. You might want to check out one of them ads, bro.
Interesting, nonetheless, right? Very, very interesting indeed. Especially for that last part too. Can Twitter stop giving me vibrator ads? Thanks. Yeah, it just depends really what you search up, right? You know that, right? It's your history, right? You just kind of basically expose yourself of what you search up most of the time. But anyways, yeah, there's not really much to talk about this one because it was the most recent one and Tectone already covered it on it. So there's not really much to talk about. And that just only leaves one last content creator. The rat that did it all, I have to say. The rat that did it all. Ziox, oh Ziox. Now, it says it in the beginning of the chapter, right? He's a rat. Why did I call him a rat? Well, funny story, right? You know, the things that you post on Twitter will always be available to everybody. And if you talk about it on stream, there's always someone that's going to clip it, right? So you might want to be careful what you say on the internet, right? And it began just by one tweet. It started it all, you know? It started it all, right? This whole entire, you know, spiraling down, and then to the point from talking about the changes that we want in Genshin and the respect that we want as the players, to a tangent, and we went to Tectone for some odd apparent reason, you know? For some odd apparent reason. I feel like this is deja vu, you know? I feel like it's not his first time doing it, you know? It feels kind of odd. It feels like this has been 2 times that I've done it. It feels very deja vu for me, personally. It's still, you know, so questioning of like, why? What was the point of it, right? Granted, of course, we all know the point of it, right? If you hate Tectone, you know, you get likes, right? Make a post that you hate about it, you get likes, right? You get views, right? You get traffic over your way, right? Interesting that a person that's making guide videos for Honkai Star Rail and Genshin Impact is wanting to stir the cauldron to see what he can, you know, make out of it. It's very, very interesting. Why don't we go take a look at something real quick?
Okay, Ziox scared to say your name.
Person gets to make
Let's see. This right here?
boom boom boom, and then second person gets to make 17 drama videos with my boom boom boom, and then second person gets to make 17 drama videos with my face in the thumbnail, so they win because they get views because my face is clickable, so it's like boom boom, so it's a win-win for both of them.
29 months of support for the best gotcha streamer.
Ziox thinks he's that relevant, huh?
Yeah. See what I'm saying is like people with big egos definitely do say a lot, right? Because he's saying like, oh, Tectone made this many videos. We all know who's he referring to. Let's not play dumb, okay? He's like, oh, you know, gets a lot of views. My face is very clickable. Really? Damn. It's pretty interesting for you to say that, huh?
He thinks he's he thinks he's the shit, doesn't he? Listen, man, I assure you, my face alone is relevant enough. Okay? Now, maybe if I was saying, oh, check out this Genshin guide video, and then I put your face in it, sure, maybe then it would blow up. But, like, come on, bro. Let's not act like you're some tyrant of the community. You're a guide maker, man. Like, what the fuck is that thing? I get to put his face in the thumbnail, so boom, millions of views. Bro can't even say my name? That's wild to me.
It's because if you say Tectone 3 times, he'll appear in front of you and snatch you away, you know? That's the only reason why he doesn't want to say your name. That's the only reason. He's just very scared, you know? He's very terrified, you know? He's not a big boy, you know? None of these Genshin creators are big boys and girls, you know? They're all kids at the end of the day. And it is what it is.
That is actually wild. Ziox is relevant? Oh, yeah, 1,000,000% he is. But to act like the only way the video is going to get views if I put his face in the video is insane. He can't even say my name. I guess Daddy Atsu and Daddy Zajev wouldn't let him say my name, I guess. Maybe it's against Hoyo versus TOS. I wonder. Okay, what else?
Anyways, with that in mind,
I exploited Ziox for drama. Let me ask a question. Who made the post? Who
listen.
Who made the post? Was it me? Was it me who made this post? Because let's just be real. He sits there and he acts, oh, well, he's going to use my video. He's going to use my face for views on YouTube. Do you understand how much clout you get for saying Tectone bad on Twitter?
You do get quite a lot of views. Not gonna lie. You really do, to hate on the bald man. And yeah, he posted it. For what reason? I don't know. I don't know why. I'm sure he's gonna explain it in the video, right? The clip? Pretty interesting what he says. Like his response, right? To why he did it, right? There's gotta be a good reason, right? It's gotta be a good reason, you know? You know, Tectone bad, you know? Tectone's evil, you know? His opinion is terrible, you know? Let's just keep watching.
And that is exactly what this post is. This is a Tectone bad post. 1,000,000%. So did I go on your account and make you make that? Absolutely not. And the worst thing is the video that I made, I barely even talked about Ziox. I let him know that he was a fence sitter, and the fact that he can't even say my fucking name continues that dynamic 100%. What the fuck am I, Voldemort? What's gonna happen, bro? Are you afraid? Are you afraid that I'm gonna come attack you? What, bro? Bro cannot say my name? The second person? Okay. That's crazy. Atsu and Zajev are holding him hostage? Yeah, I mean, yeah, most likely. I mean, am I shocked? No, not really. I mean, you know, the worst thing is that these dumb fucks think I don't see their group chats that they have, where they all talk about how much of a piece of shit I am. And I have one of my homies in there literally just sending me everything they say behind the scenes. That's the worst thing.
Interesting, right? Your favorite content creators talking smack behind someone's back? Maybe they can be talking smack to other people too, about other people too. You know, you guys don't know. We all don't know what happens behind closed doors. He's not going to reveal it. Out of respect, of course. But he has enough evidence to technically expose every single one of them. Because he says he has a homie in the inside, right? They have a spy on the inside on their friend group. And they still talk about smack. As you can see, they're living rent-free in their heads. They won't let go of Tectone whatsoever. They're so obsessed with Tectone. They're obsessed how famous he is, how wealthy he is, how much views they get compared to them, you know? It's very interesting, don't you guys think? I think it's pretty interesting, in my personal opinion.
Is that they think they're fucking slick and they think they get away with this shit. Like, I'm not stupid, bro. Like, that's what's insane. And the worst thing is, they're so fucking stupid, they probably don't even know who it is. Yeah, so, let's continue to watch these Ziox clips real quick. All right, let's go back here and react to this shit real quick. All right.
Boom, boom, boom. And
let's watch the full context.
I love pause. It's a win-win for everyone.
Okay,
Sorry, community on fire towards dissatisfaction towards certain Genshin rewards and what we get as a Genshin community. So earlier this week, I lit the community on fire, 1.4 million views.
Okay, so he admits that he knows he started this drama.
Well, well, well. The rat finally spoke, right? The one that lit the fire to the entire thing. You know, there's a saying, right? The bear from the commercials. Don't start a forest fire, right? Prevent forest fires. You guys support somebody like this who wants to start shit? Who wants to start problems in the community? For no apparent reason, right? And look how many views he got on the tweet. What is it, 1.4, 1.3 million views on a Twitter post? Damn, that sure makes your ego pretty big, I ain't gonna lie. Damn, I never knew Twitter was just the better version of YouTube, you know? It's very interesting that the rat decided to speak. It's very interesting you guys support somebody like this, you know? Very interesting indeed.
Okay, I did not start this. I would have had nothing to say unless he didn't bring up my name and post my thumbnail. So he's at least aware that he started this.
By posting a funny screenshot.
Is he not gay? He has a girlfriend. I mean, the bro has a girlfriend. Am I insane?
A shit post that honestly this is my funniest tweet. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Like, I'm sorry, lit the community on fire.
Okay.
1.4 million views by posting a funny screenshot, a shit post that honestly this is my funniest tweet. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry, but like, it is funny. Look, I just lit it on fire that I left. But like, in my,
it's funny, and he doesn't care, and he lit it on fire and walked away from it. Sounds like someone likes to start forest fires, don't they? Very interesting, huh? The words that are coming out of his mouth sure are something, alright? Humanity. How truly amazing you guys are sometimes.
my opinion, it's a win-win for everyone involved other than me, because like I don't gain anything. But like
you don't gain anything. You got 1.4 million views on your Twitter. And you said Tectone bad. That equates to free follows and also good PR. You do gain something. Okay, let's not pretend here. Okay? All right?
Personal opinion, I could be wrong. Doro gets to strengthen his community by a bunch of people being like, yeah, I love positivity, boom, boom, boom.
No, that's not what happened. This post got Doro an immense amount of hate. Okay? Do not feign accountability. Okay, let's be grown-ups here. Okay, let's be big boys. Let's put our big boy pants on and let's be accountable for our actions. Because you made that post, Doro also had to make follow-up posts because he was getting so much harassment due to that post. Okay? So let's be big boys. Okay? Admit you caused people issues that you didn't mean. Okay? If you are sorry, okay? Because this got Doro a lot of fucking heat, and I had to talk to his ass in DMs because he was stressed out about it. Okay? So let's just go ahead. People are going ape dick on Doro. He's a decent dude. Y'all just dicking on him.
Interesting, right? It's supposed to benefit for both of them, right? Instead, it kind of did the opposite, Ziox. It did the opposite. The consequences of your actions sure are massive, especially for someone who is in a position of power. And what do you do with that power? You do something very irresponsible. Do I have to play the video again?
Power comes big responsibility.
Oh, yeah, no, 100%. I mean, let's be real, right? You have to check this? Okay, 100%. Let's be completely fucking real. Doro is a very good guy, right? But the thing is, he's like borderline too positive. It's like fucking creepy to a point. Like, I literally asked in DMs, I was like, do you actually like Genshin Impact as much as you say? And he doubled down and said yes. He's like, oh yeah, it's my fucking favorite. And I'm like, oh, okay. All right. But hate for what? Essentially, people are calling him like an overly positive cuck. Essentially, is what people are calling him. You know? Which, I mean, obviously has to be very annoying, right? Because if he wants to like the game, he should be allowed to like the game, right? But I do think he should at least make, because he does have issues with the game. I do think he should make a video on YouTube talking about everything he likes and doesn't like, just so that way that aura of he's just positive all the time, he's brainless, goes away, right? Because that's like not good. You want your community to know that when things are good, you'll say they're good. When things are bad, you'll say they're bad. You don't just want like shit on everything all the time, praise everything all the time. You want a good balance, right? You want a good balance. But the problem is that when the product is just inherently negative, or the problem when the product is inherently good, and then people fault you for that, right? Tweet reply about Hoyo buy bots. Let me peep.
And then second person gets to make 17 drama videos with my face in the thumbnail.
First of all, I made one. Okay? I made one video because you made the post, right?
So they win because they get views because my face is clickable. So
no. Okay. I get views because I get views no matter what it is that I post. Okay? It's not because your face is clickable. You gave me no advantage whatsoever. Okay? And I'll be 100%. There's four people in this photo. I want to remind you, okay? Just because your face is in the photo, I released 3 videos yesterday.
Huh. Interesting. Didn't he just said that, his face is clickable, right? And he did multiple, he has his face in multiple thumbnails of his, right? It's kind of weird. At least the way how I'm looking at it. Looks like there's only one. And even then, there's like 4 people in that thumbnail. So, seems someone has their facts wrong and they're just talking out of their ass. Wow. Doesn't surprise me there. Who doesn't do their research? Damn. Who would have thunk it? Wow.
Every single one of them got the same amount of views. Okay? It wasn't because your face was in it. I just get views no matter what. Okay? So let's just calm down. Right? Let's calm down with the ego there. Right? Let's calm down with the ego. There was no huge Ziox rub. I get views no matter what. Okay? And by the way, boys, I've now legally changed my name from Tectone to second person. Bro will not say my name. Is that not the most that is the most deranged shit I've ever seen. Like, is that not crazy? Honestly, not the best on his behalf, but the Ziox hate making chat looks slightly crazy. Oh, I know, it's not. This is not a good look for him. Like, they call me second person. I made that translated videos of yours, by the way. Should I post more? Jimmy, go for it, man. Hey, if you speak Chinese, go for it, man. They treat me like I'm fucking Voldemort. He says it later. I think it's called out. All right, let's see.
So it's like boom, boom. So it's a win-win for both of them. Anyways, with that in mind.
Yep.
With that in mind,
say it. Say it.
Talked a lot to myself about this.
Yes. What did you think?
I talked to myself a lot about this.
Did you? What did you think?
About what I should say and what I shouldn't say. And how much I should say and how much I shouldn't say. Because I have a lot that I could say.
I also have a lot I could say. You know what I did? I just said it.
Interesting how he doesn't say it, right? You know, he's just kind of like thinking about it, right? What he wants to say, right? Give him time, you know. He's theory crafting, you know. He's gotta make it like a guide, you know, just like his other guides, right? Gotta give it some time, right? He'll eventually say something, right? Maybe an apology at the end of the formula, you know? When he does his like team building or so. We'll see. We'll see what's going on from there.
Right. Now, I don't know what split personalities you're dealing with, but yeah, there's a lot that we could say. I said it because why not? Like, bro, like, what is it, man? This man just bitched Tectone, my God, two-based. How? How? I swear, these people just make shit up. All right, so let's hear. What can he say?
Second person, sorry, I didn't name them because I don't know. I don't name people. I'm just like that. Doro44 and Tectone.
I don't name people. I'm not like that. I don't mean to be a dick, but I can tell his heart rate is so accelerated during this stream. It's actually hilarious. I wonder if they were to wear, like, if this reminded me this one time Enviosity went live with a heartbeat tracker and was talking about me and started crying, and his pulse went up to like 150. It was like crazy, the amount of stress that people talking about me gives them. It's like I'm some demon. Like, do y'all remember that shit? That shit was insane. Like, okay, what the fuck type of thing is?
Interesting, right? Interesting. After, you know, seeing the evidence on the floor of your content creators, right? Or on the table, I should say. It's very interesting that you guys support these kinds of people, you know? You gave them the platform where they stand on to influence many other people and have a wealthy, you know, life-changing life. Because it is 100% a life-changing thing. When you give someone a platform, you give them revenue, you give them attention and everything, right? There's always seems to be one thing that comes out of it most of the time, you know? For those who can't handle the fame, and then some who can't, right? There is a quote from a certain anime that I haven't watched, but I do have to agree nonetheless, though.
I don't understand all your melodramatic nonsense. But if I disgust you, then that's quite the compliment. So thanks for that. Malice is an emotion that's unique to human beings. It distinguishes us from all other animals. But what am I saying? I'm sure you're familiar. Rage, hatred, revenge, destruction. Malice has power. Because whenever you let those feelings of malice take over, that's when you're at your most human. After all, humanity's truest form is evil.
Interesting, ain't it, huh? Humans do satisfy me, as Nyarlathotep, myself, the messenger of the Otter gods, you know. Very interesting to see humans in their most truest form, with malice in them, you know? Causing chaos and everything all in between, you know, without a care in the world, right? Just like he said, with anger, hate, destruction, all of the above, you know, one that caused chaos for no apparent reason, right? That's what Zyok says, right? He didn't care. He lit the fire and walked away. Atsu, destroying a friendship that he had no business of even, you know, doing it to begin with. Dish, caring about, you know, analytics and stuff like that, you know. Wish us all good luck on trying to, you know, win at the end of the day. Enviosity, very much prideful, you know, of being a free-to-play player, right? We should all, you know, give our thanks to our Lord and Savior Enviosity, right? And Fob Master, the one that literally, I guess, fell for the trap that snapped and made the entire domino roll tilt over and over and over again. It's pretty interesting nonetheless, but hey, that's just a Genshin Grandma's opinion, right? I just went to go and get the evidence from these people, and you decided to give them a platform, each and every one of the audiences that enjoy them, right? Well, this is one Genshin's Grandma point of view of how I see them personally now, of today. And my own 2 words I have to say about this, right? From an old beta player, right? Where Guoba didn't look like Guoba. I feel like I should need to pull out the chancla at the end of the day. Because apparently some kids can't seem to understand to mind their own business. Because you want to know something? There was a phrase that another YouTuber, you know, the Black Hokage, said. If it don't apply, let it fly. You know? But if it does apply, it means you're the cause of everything. Anyways, this is Sunako Nyoto, signing off.